Rents are down in 85 of the top 100 cities. They're also coming out with a new program, FHA, for 2 units, 4 units, where you only have to put down 5%. We're going to talk about that. All of the rental new construction starts that have not happened. This is the D Money channel. If you're interested in real estate, entrepreneurship, business, please like and subscribe. And I cannot do it without you. That is for sure. I thought for once that maybe our government was doing something nice. I don't know why. Sometimes I'm naive that way. Now, they're coming out with a new program where for 2 units and 4 units, as long as you live there, you only have to put down 5%. And with some grants and some different options, it's 3.5%. I thought, wow, people can get into investing that normally couldn't get into investing. And I thought that's really cool. And then I got disappointed again. I tried to make any of it work. I looked at 2 to 4 units across the country with the interest rates that we currently have, thinking, how could this work for someone as an investment? As far as an investment, it doesn't work at all. And then I thought, okay, well, the person's going to live there. You know, if their part is taken care of, that would be a good thing. That would make it work. It doesn't. I went through 10 different cities. It all comes back to the same thing. The prices are too high. When you look at the 2 to 4 units and you have to live there for a year with the program, you're looking at places you would actually live. I even looked at places I wouldn't live, and the math does not work. It does not work for an investment. It doesn't work where it's even paying all of your rent. There were a couple that I found where it would take $600 off of your rent. You have to buy it for about $105,000 per door to make it work and actually pay some of your rent. It's just not affordable. This is probably the only no money down program that there is, that exists. Because if you think about it, when you go to close on the property, and let's say you buy a 4 unit, you'll get those security deposits and you'll get the rent if you close at the beginning of the month. If each person's paying $1,200 a month in rent, as an example, you'll have $3,600 in credit for the rent. You have a security deposit as well. Right there, that would get you over $7,000 in credits at the table, and enough where you're probably getting into it with no money down. I don't want to judge anyone what they're willing to do. Everyone's picture is different. You know, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Where I am at the stage in my life, I would not do this deal. To me, it would be better to buy a single family home, rent out a couple of your rooms if you really wanted to do that. The single family homes appreciate so much more. That's what I found. I mean, I've owned a lot of doubles and fourplexes. When you go to sell them, you're selling to another investor, and you never really make money on them, but you enjoy the cash flow while you own them. Now you're going to go resell it to another investor, and you're going to be in the same boat. To me, it's not worth it. It doesn't work. The math doesn't work. And the other reason what I found they're doing this, there are more construction starts with multifamily than in history since 1970. As I started looking through the investment deals, I was noticing all of these new builders that are building doubles and fourplexes. I'm like, what is going on with brand spanking new? And they're going to be stuck with all of this inventory. They're playing hot potato, and they're going to get burnt. If you look at this, top markets for multifamily development. Now remember as well, this is not in the numbers. Remember, everyone's talking about, oh, we have no inventory. We have no inventory. There's no way we can have a housing crash. All of these numbers aren't counted in the inventory. That's all a bunch of BS, and they're all in it together, and they can come up with any number that they want. That's why it's so important to understand the data and know who's behind it and why they're telling you what they're telling you. Top markets for multifamily development: Austin, Dallas, Miami, Atlanta. And you can see as they started the under construction, Austin started with over 61,000 units that were to be built. So far, what they've delivered is 6,000. I think they're a little off, 10%. They know things are tanked. They stopped building. You go down the list. Same with Dallas was at 60,000. They've only delivered 5,800 units. Here's the game right here. What do? Oh, well, let's help everyone out and we'll let them only put 5% down on duplexes and fourplexes. It's a game. They're stuck with the potato. So now they're going to try to take advantage of people again, like they did in 2008. And this gets me my blood boiling because they're doing right now, letting people get loans they normally wouldn't get, taking it down to no down payment right before they trash the market. And that is what is going to happen. You can see it clear as day. I'll put this back up on the screen. Look at all of the construction starts that they had started and what they've delivered. It's a joke. Phoenix, New York, Denver, Houston, LA, Charlotte. Those are all of the markets as well that had huge iBuyers that came in the markets. If any of those guys start selling, those markets are gone, tanked. You will not sell a home in those markets. They only care about cap rates. And if the year end is coming, they're going to want to get a lot of that bad debt off of their books. Just wait till at the end of the year what's going to start happening in the housing market. It's going to be a nightmare. And if you're a home seller in one of those markets, you can't sell your home for what they're going to sell it for. They're okay to lose 50 or 60 grand. They don't care. It's going to be a nightmare. But it's even in the rental market as well. I had a subscriber ask me to look at the rental market and it's down everywhere. They're now for the first time in 23 months doing rent concessions, which they've never done, offering 3 months of rent for free. Look at the site if you get a chance. It's amazing. This report actually is from 2022. So can you imagine the numbers now? The report shows that renters are cost burdened. That's not a shock to anyone. 1.9 million cost burden renters. It's the first time renters are spending 30% of their income in this report. And like I said, this report's a year old of their income for rent. It is now less expensive to rent than own a home. I mean, the home prices are out of control. House costs burden reaches the highest level since 2012. And it shows you severely burdened, which is 50% of their income goes to rent, versus moderately burdened, which is 30%. The highest, of course, is in Florida and the California markets. Here on the map, this shows you the renter burden rate. The blue is 25%, and in the red is up to 65% of their income goes to rent. Wow, that is amazing. As you can see, Orlando is 60%, Riverside, California, 60%, 59% in California. I mean, how do people live? You can't. You cannot possibly live this way. That's why I know the prices are going to go down. No one can live like this. No one can spend 60% of their money and have anything left over. We're not talking car, insurance, anything, and live. Unfortunately, a lot of people are going to have to lose their job to make it happen because Powell wants those 4%, 3% mortgages. It's the only way to fix this mess. He's got to annihilate everything. It's not good news. So everyone hold on to your money the best that you possibly can. Top 25 worst metros. I'll pull this up for you. Of course, Miami, Orlando, the same culprits we see all the time. San Antonio, Phoenix, Detroit, all of the ones. And you can see which ones are 50%, 56. And what's amazing is this report is from 2022. You know, now it's 10 times worse. So at least it's more affordable and you don't have to worry about repairs or anything. As far as the new loan that the government's giving everyone with the 2 and 4 units, run as fast as you can. Please do not do it. They're just trying to get you right before they're about to crash the market. Stay away. It does not make sense financially. Please like and subscribe and watch this new video on 11 most unaffordable housing markets.